Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you're having a good day today. Beautiful day down here in Richardson, Texas. We're at in the Shell Shock HQ. Back with you today after, just the entertainment that has been coming from Twitter nonstop has been just the best thing ever. I mean, move over, Kardashians. You can't get better than this. You just really can't. The level of sky screaming, the level of just flat out insanity from the left. Like, oh my God. Like we talked about yesterday in the show, they instantly go nuclear situation, and it's only been magnified in like the last 12 hours. I mean, dude, it's gone from we're worrying about having Republicans on to now we're worried about having white supremacists on. Now I posted an article on my Twitter account earlier today where they're talking about it's no longer a safe place for women. Women are just getting raped left and right on Twitter. They're getting dragged in back alleys
immediately.
They're being put in the kitchens again. Like, geesh. Like, it really took a bad turn when the Republicans started moving into Twitter. It's like, well, there goes the neighborhood.
I tell you, I immediately was called a racist, like right out of the gate.
You gotta love it. Oh my gosh, you gotta love it.
As soon as I got back on.
Sergeant Savage on Twitter, by the way. Where can they follow you on Twitter now?
It's J Schwa 2.
J Schwa 2.
Yeah.
JSHWAAA. There you go. J Schwa 2. Oh, and people are pushing back. They're pushing back, and I love seeing it. I love watching it happen. It's a beautiful thing to see. But yeah, just instantly, we knew this was going to happen. Now you've got Jeff Bezos accusing that, or basically making the accusation towards Elon Musk that being he's purchased Twitter, now this essentially puts China at a greater risk of world domination. I'm very interested in figuring out how he made that association. Like, how did you come up with Elon Musk, who's a more free speech absolutist? I shouldn't say absolutist, because absolutist means like a Second Amendment. I can be a Second Amendment absolutist, meaning there should be no gun laws whatsoever. Therefore, you are absolute. With free speech absolutism, it's like, well, you can't really be for that, or you can't really say that's what you are and then still have terms of services. And I'm not saying one is bad or it's good or bad. I'm just saying that I think it should require a more accurate definition. But even with Elon saying that he wants to essentially, and he's been tweeting about this nonstop. He's saying, this is where my stances are. So all these MSM outlets, these leftist outlets, are running these smear campaigns against him. And they're not really putting it straight on the nose because they know he'll sue them. He's got the money. He can like drag them through the courts. He can bankrupt them if he wanted to. It's just like they're going about it a very just slimy way to where it can't really be classified as libel, but close. But yeah, they have been bashed. It's been like an Elon bash fest. And not even a month ago, or not even 3 weeks ago, they were kissing his ass because he was saving Ukraine with Starlink. And I'm just like, wow, man, you liberals, you turn so fast.
Didn't last long, did it?
Man, y'all pivot on a dime. It's so funny to me. This guy could go out there and cure cancer, but if he says anything positive about Trump, like, put him in a camp, assassinate him, white supremacist, racist, misogynistic, xenophobe. That's how it always is.
Has he said anything positive about Trump? Has he even mentioned Trump?
I don't think so.
He's just mentioned free speech, open conversation.
Yeah.
And apparently that's...
I have never seen liberals this afraid since we threatened to take away their slaves. I'm telling you. They are in complete meltdown. And I'm here for it. But yeah, I was telling Josh before the podcast, I'm being targeted by the IRS. Got some letters in the mail. IRS, I hope you're listening because I do intend to fight you on this. And I've got the money to do it too now, so I'm happy about that. But I got a letter in the mail from the IRS, and it said I owe them $32,000 from fiscal year 2015 to 2016. I owe the IRS $32,000 from fiscal year 2015 to 2016. And here's why I didn't even have to give this any thought whatsoever as them being completely in the wrong. And here's why. I was in the Army in 2015 to 2016 as a staff sergeant, as a single income. Do you know what I would have had to be making to owe $32,000 in taxes to the IRS? Do you know what I would have to be making? Good luck proving this, you cocksuckers. Good luck. I could pull my W, or I could pull my fucking my pay, my W, all that. Like, who in their right mind? Like, if you're gonna come after me, IRS, do it with something like realistic, like something somewhat realistic. But 32 grand? Like, where do you get this from? Like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
And they come in bunches too.
They do. Oh yeah, and it's multiple years apparently that I owe. It's like, so if you fucked up on 2015, 2016, now they're saying for like 2 years ago I owe 18 grand. I'm like, where are you getting this from? No, it's genuinely the IRS. I've had dealings with them already. Basically, tell them like, I'm not paying you, and if we need to go to court over this, I will happily go to court. That is hilarious. No, that's the amount. That's not with late fees. That's what I owed then, because I've gotten 2 separate letters. Oh my God. Yeah, DFAS did hook it up. Absolutely. I just read that last night, and I'm sitting here and I'm just like, well, you know, I have been trolling them on their Facebook for a little while. Because I'm verified on Facebook, so I have the blue check. So if I comment, it shows up at the top of the list. And I troll them mercilessly because they deserve it. So I talked to my accountant, and she was just like, yeah, the IRS she's been dealing with them nonstop. And their IRS is telling the accountants that we are behind. They are actually hiring people to come in and look at different accounts to see what, I mean, you were on the phone call, you heard her say it,
yeah,
to see what's been owed. And they are overlooking a lot of accounts, and they're trying to recharge accounts that have already paid taxes. That's how insane. And here's the thing. This is what I love about it. This is the great part. For their fuck up, I'm going to have to pay my accountant to go in there, send them a letter, deal with this bullshit, but I'm not going to get reimbursed on that.
I know, man.
I get charged for their fuck up.
Still paying them, and we're still paying them.
What, dude?
Paying their salary, paying their overtime.
Worthless motherfuckers.
It's so terrible. It's such a terrible system.
Land of the free, my ass. Land of the free, my ass. Yeah, you can imagine, like, opening up a letter, and it says 32 grand. I'm like, wait, what? And then I look at the fiscal year, it's like, dude, I must have been like, even generals don't make that much. It's like, you didn't just fuck up. You fucked up royally. I know what it is. They're wanting to send more money to Ukraine, so they're trying to tax all of us. I mean, I guarantee they're trying to like fund this other shit. Like, well, let's see what we can get away with. Fuck you, cocksuckers, dude.
I know, man.
Fuck you, cocksuckers, and fuck the IRS. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck EU. Fuck NATO. Fuck the Republicans. Fuck the Democrats. Just leave me the fuck alone. Fuck them all. I hate them all. I really do. Yeah, I must have been dealing drugs on the side in the army or some shit like that. Even then, like, no, because that wouldn't have been on the books. How would they have known? Like, yeah, that's crazy to me. 32 grand. I was like, I'm not paying you that money. Whatever. You're not getting it. You're just not. I hate these pieces of shit. And that's what they do. They harass you. And I've got these letters in my briefcase. I'm just sitting there and I'm just looking at this like, you know what? I need a gummy. I got to get high because I don't want to think about this shit right now.
Thank God for Delta 8.
This episode is brought to you by ShellShockCBD.com. Make sure you check us out for all of your Delta 8 needs. You need to get high? Is the IRS harassing you? Well, we can help. We can give you some gummies. Well, we can't fix the IRS problem, but we can sure make you not give a fuck about it. That's basically what we can do. Oh my God. It's hilarious to me. It's like, dude, I wish there wasn't a civil war because I'd go after those motherfuckers. Like, all right, let's group up, put them on a list. Let's take them out. It's like the IRS has got to go. The IRS has got to go. Dude, this country is so fucked up. So fucked up. This government, like we were talking about before. I mean, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. You were talking about how nobody, this is real, nobody is talking to Joe Biden. No country is answering the White House's phone calls.
Yeah. Macron wouldn't take his calls.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Saudi prince snubs Biden.
Yep.
He's banking on Trump's return.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to deal with this guy because he's a complete and total douchebag.
Yeah. He's lost all credibility.
North Korea.
People want nothing to do with him.
Yeah. It's not good.
No. And, you know, I was telling you, that actually kind of worries me. When nobody's talking to you, that means there's something happening.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That concerns me.
They just look at this guy as a complete and total joke.
He is. Hey, liberals, are you happy? No more mean tweets, baby. Instead, we got a retard in office. We got an old senile retard that doesn't know where the fuck he's at.
I would take someone with I would take somebody who's retarded over Joe Biden.
I would too.
Because
I genuinely
they would have more common sense and compassion. This guy's like he's pod
waste.
scum.
Yeah.
Total scumbag.
All of this administration is.
All of it.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the only thing they care about is themselves. Look at this shit.
It's the corruption. Ultimate corruption. Again, funding this war in Ukraine. Protect Obama-Biden administration's assets. It's just insane. I don't even know what we've given them by now. A week ago, it was $3 billion. I don't know what we're at now. Meanwhile, I say this with all humility and respect, and I'm being serious here. I hated to hear this, but I feel like the truth needs to be said, and sometimes it's not easy to listen to this. But if you remember, a few days ago, the National Guard soldier that was dead at the border, rescuing the illegal immigrants, Specialist Evans. The truth is the truth. The two people he was rescuing were known drug dealers that had been previously arrested. It's true. The media is barely touching it. The media is barely touching it. Apparently, they did find his body. They had committed had a memorial service for him, I believe, yesterday. Specialist Evans essentially dove in to try and rescue them. Apparently, he drowned in the process. And the two people were drug dealers. By the way, previously arrested. So when people say, why are we dropping these illegal immigrants in D.C. and not just back in Mexico? Because they keep coming back. They keep coming back. Case in point. The Biden administration has blood on its hands. The Biden administration has blood on its hands. This is insane. And then now Jen Psaki, from what you were saying, is blaming Texas for a lot of the problems with immigration, essentially talking about how this is a Texas problem. We're slowing down the process through vehicle inspections and things such as that. And then the Specialist Evans issue, she says, is a Texas National Guard issue. I don't believe in hitting women, but I would love to punch that bitch in the mouth. I would love to physically assault her. I do not. I hate these people. I loathe you. You are scum. You deserve the worst thing imaginable. I would love to drop you in the Middle East and let you go live over there for the rest of your life. Saying it's a Texas National Guard. Like, fuck you.
I know, this total
you
scumbag.
cunt. You fucking cunt.
She said, I would note that the National Guard worked for the states and said that he is an employee of the Texas National Guard and his operations were directed by there, not by the federal government in his effort. Now,
basically, it's because the federal government is dropping the ball. They're not doing their job. So Texas has to step up. This blood is on their hands, and you cannot get out of that. Fuck you, Jen Psaki. Fuck you and your family. Fuck your administration. You pieces of shit. Dude, I'm telling you. I get so angry with these people. So fucking angry. This kid, he's a kid.
This lady's righteous indignation is just, it's so
you want to slap the fuck out of him.
So disgusting.
It is. Oh, that's a Texas National Guard issue. That wasn't federally authorized. You're right, because you're not doing your job.
They're passing out cell phones to people that are coming across. Smartphones. How many billions of dollars have we as taxpayers spent on this shit?
Yep. We're funding
billions.
Yep.
And they just sent you a bill for it.
Yeah. 32 grand.
Oh, John, you're going to have to pay that $32,000.
I would rather spend all my money on gay sex with HIV positive fucking prostitutes before I pay the IRS a fucking dime of what they think I owe them.
I didn't see that coming.
I read a comment today. It was like, I would rather skin my dick like a banana with a clamshell than ever fucking do or deal with it. Like, fuck them. I hate these people. I do not want to, I detest, the older I get, the more I see this country going down in flames, the more I outright despise and detest this government. I loathe these people. I do not want to be in I am for a separation. If we want to have a national divorce, I'm all about it. Go to California, stay the fuck in New York. You stay with the shitholes that you voted and you created, and don't you dare come over here. You stay in those cesspools. You deal with what you created and what you voted in. Ugh. Hey, at least it's not Trump, though, right? Just fucking idiots. These people are just... This is the result of a failed education system. This is the result of massive brainwashing. This is the result of these people that live in this false reality. This utopia they want to create where there's no need for a communistic fucking a communistic utopia where everybody takes what they need and they give back and blah blah blah. I would just as soon see these people taken for helicopter rides. I would. I'm over it. I'm over it. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. All right, let's get into it. Hey, good news, guys. Good news. For those that didn't know, in case you didn't know this, Dr. Anthony Fauci, in all of his infinite wisdom, comes out and says, the U.S. is out of the pandemic phase of the Chinese coronavirus. Well, I'm glad he's at least calling it Chinese. That's a start.
I got called a racist for saying Chinese virus on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta love that.
Yeah, I have to bookmark that page right there. I gotta update somebody.
Oh my God. Dr. Anthony Fauci said this week that the U.S. is out of the pandemic phase, despite claiming in January that the world is still only in the first stage. This dude is such a tool. And you idiot leftists, this guy is flip-flopping right here in front of you, and you will still strap hang on this dude's ass hairs. You will... You people, it's I trust the science, trust the science, trust the science. And then your fucking holy God Fauci comes out there, and he's just going back and forth, and you sit there and you're looking at it oh no, he's right. No, absolutely. Omicron's got to kill everybody. What happened to Omicron? Where'd it go? Where is it? Is it under my cup? Is it under have you seen Omicron? Has anybody seen Omicron? I'm looking for anybody. Has anyone fucking seen it? I haven't seen it. Weird.
Wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. Caught it twice. Okay. Sucked.
Yeah, wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad.
That's the one to have. If you're going to get it, you want that Omicron. That's the one you want.
Do you have anything in the Omicron variant? I prefer that.
The first one, losing the smell and taste. Yeah. Not the best, but the Omicron.
That one was rough. Well, I shouldn't say rough. It sucked.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
No. Of course. Breaking your leg would suck.
Yeah. Judy Woodruff asked the chief White House medical advisor, how close are we to the end of this pandemic? Fauci initially said it was an unanswerable question, although he quickly added that he believes the U.S. is certainly out of the pandemic phase. So then why are you pushing for children to get vaxxed now? Can anybody explain that one to me, please? I really appreciate that. Anybody? No? Okay. Hey. This virus, guys, it's got a 99% survivability rating. This vaccination has not been tested long-term clinical trials, but vaccinate your kids. Oh, by the way, it might not prevent them from getting coronavirus. In fact, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. It just lessens the symptoms. Well, that's not true either. But you should still get vaccinated. We've spent billions of dollars on this. Billions of dollars. And you're at fault. This guy should be lined up against a firing wall and shot. Namely, we don't have 900,000 new infections a day and tens and tens and tens of thousands of hospitalizations and thousands of deaths. Right now, or we are at a low level right now, he said. So if you're saying we're out of the pandemic phase in this country, we are. what we hope to do, I don't believe, and I've spoken about this widely, we're not going to eradicate the virus. Really? Wasn't the whole 2 weeks to flatten the curve your thing? Is that me? That was him, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was him.
Didn't you say we could?
Ask him about AIDS.
How'd you do on that AIDS one there, Fauci? What a fucking douchebag. You know, here's the thing. I kind of like this idea. Back in the Renaissance period, when you had these people that were put in place by the monarchy or whatever the case may be, if they didn't do their job and they did it poorly, the people turned and the people weren't satisfied until that person was executed. Maybe we should bring that back.
Maybe.
That way you actually start having professionals in there saying, if you take this job, you better know what the fuck you're doing. And if you don't, you should probably step down. It's gotten to such an extreme point now. Dude, it's unbelievable. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. Liberals, if you listen to this by any chance, I doubt you do, but if you do, why would you ever? You've seen the massive flip-flops, the massive hypocrisy of Anthony Fauci and the CDC. You have seen this. You saw the massive censorship on platforms like YouTube. I think I showed you all the message I received on my creator dashboard that said anyone talking about anything related to COVID, we actually got banned. I got suspended for 7 days for talking about COVID. You're not allowed to combat the narrative. You're not allowed to speak out against it. You're not allowed to formulate your own opinion. Absolutely not. You are required to fall goose step in line with what the government tells you to believe. Government-funded doctors, government-funded scientists. Have we not learned? I sincerely hope that by the end of this, every single one of you liberals out there at least has the seed planted in your brain, as tiny as it might be, that you should never trust your government. Never trust your government. But you're not going to learn. You never do. 81 million votes my ass. This guy's a moron.
Yeah, right.
Now, we talk about how, where's it at? Macron's getting pelted with eggs and tomatoes, apparently. Now they're accusing France of rigging elections. Like, oh my God.
Would you be surprised?
All I'll say is this. If this is the way the entire world starts to go, as far as if an election doesn't go our way, hear me out before you pass judgment. If an election doesn't go our way, liberals are going to use it, Republicans are going to use it, there is going to be war. There is no alternative. Shit. Do what?
Democrats have been doing that shit since 2000 when Bush
Republicans,
won.
Dude, here's the deal. It's just like, I've got to see the proof. And now the proof is finally emerging and it's being shown. It's like, okay, now I believe it.
Yeah.
But until then, it's like, I don't know.
For sure. I think you could look at something and be like, something's not right here.
Yeah,
something
in Dominion Software, was it like Wisconsin? What state was it when it like jumped up like 200,000?
All of them.
No. There was one specific
Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Georgia.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Remember that?
Michigan, yeah. Where it
stuff like that's
leading
like,
in all these states, and all of a sudden at 3 o'clock in the morning, you get a shipment of votes in.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. No. Be like, all right, let's audit the vote. Let's make sure.
They were like, no, there's a glitch. Like, there's no glitch. Stop.
Yeah,
stop.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's why we should never be electronic. It should never have been electronic. It should just go back the old school way of 1, 2, 3, counting by hand, and then having people sitting there watching it. That's the only way. Because remember the hanging Chad incident in Florida back in, what was it,
2000?
2000, yeah.
Right. That's
Gore versus Bush. There was the hanging Chad thing.
Yeah, Al Gore is the president. Yeah. That's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Still saying that.
Well,
it wouldn't have mattered.
You know,
I don't think it, whoever would, I just don't think it matters. Like,
I don't think we would have had the Middle Eastern War.
Gore, Bush, Clinton, like, to me, they're all the same.
Oh, yeah.
McCain, Obama, Mitt Romney. Obama.
McCain was just Democrat light. That's all it was.
I don't even know that they're Democrat light. I just think they.
Oh, he was.
It's a power grab.
Where is it?
They just all want to be in power. That's all it comes down to. But these people, these elections.
Oh, it's
ridiculous.
Well, in regards to controlling the narrative, to not allowing people to think for themselves, look, this whole globalistic movement, it's real. It's real. And it's being made more transparent as time goes on. And I want to read you this article, ladies and gentlemen. Now, maybe you don't believe me here. We had Klaus Schwab talking about a world regulated government. You have the rich elites pushing for this. Essentially, this is classism at its core base. The rich and powerful attaining more money and power. Now listen to this. We look at what happened with Twitter. Elon Musk buys it. Shadow bans get lifted. Following and reach increases for a lot of prominent conservative people out there. Because again, they're not being staunched anymore. The algorithms are not killing them. It's a great, dude, I'm not gonna lie, it's a great feeling. I've went up like another 1,000 followers. I'm seeing it too. People are actually seeing my content. That's an amazing feeling. Like if they would do that for me on Facebook, I'd be greatly appreciative. Facebook won't.
Elon, by Facebook.
But Elon is crushing it with this. So now that the right, aka the white nationalists, that liberals are essentially saying that are now going to come flooding the platform, the white nationalists have taken over, apparently. I've been looking for them. I can't find them. But as a result, the opposing political side has now given platform equally. This scares liberals. Now, this also scares people around the world. And here's why. Listen to the article I'm about to read to you and ask yourself, why would they do this? Why would they do this? And just think for yourself. Here's the article. As Musk plans how to change Twitter, the EU reminds him, we have rules. Brussels, April 26 from Reuters. The European Union's internal market chief said on Tuesday that Elon Musk could adapt Twitter, and he wishes after he acquires the social media site, but warned the billionaire that the bloc has strict rules for online platforms to tackle illegal content. They said it will be up to Twitter to adapt themselves to our rules, Thierry Brayton told Reuters and one other media outlet on the deal sealed on Monday by Tesla's CEO, executive, blah, 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 blah. They said, I think Elon Musk knows Europe very well. He knows very well that we have some rules for the automotive industry, and he understands that. So in Europe, in order to protect freedom of speech and to protect individuals, any companies will have to fulfill this obligation. Do they hear what they're saying? In order to protect free speech, you have to go by our rules. That's a walking contradiction. You literally contradicted yourself in the very same sentence. It's like saying, I believe in Jesus Christ, but also hail Satan. Like, wait, what? What? You know, I'm going to fuck this woman for virginity. What? We're fighting for peace. What? I mean, that one I actually got. That actually makes sense. You've got to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, why do they want this level of control? The governments, and here's why. Back in the day, before the age of social, let's take a trip back in time, Tommy. Sit down, you little shithead. I'm going to tell you a story. Back in my day, we didn't have what's called your social media and your 8-track boogly-woogly tapes. No, sir. We had newspapers and telegraphs and all kinds of stuff, smoke signals. And back in those days, the government could keep secrets that people didn't know unless word got out to a journalist and he could publish a piece. That was the only way the government could control the narrative no matter what. And now we fast forward to the age of the social media where you got the pornography and the stuff like that. Well, now they can't keep the secret so much, so they got to censor it. They got to have the rules you have to live by or they're going to kick you off the platform. This is what they do. So, it best behooves you to fight these fascist piece of shit. You get where I'm going.
Almost a little bit like Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
A little mix there. It's pretty good.
Fuck these pieces. It's true, though. Musk, the world's richest person, calls himself a free speech absolutist and has criticized Twitter's moderation of a hugely influential platform that is populated by millions of users and global leaders. Now, I had some comments on my Instagram yesterday, and I wanted to kind of delve into this. He talked about, one dude was like, why does it matter what's on Twitter? Who fucking cares? Well, I'll tell you why. Twitter has now become the direct line for independent journalism to the people. Facebook can't censor it. Instagram can't censor it. YouTube can't censor it. Or if they can, Twitter won't. Now you've got a direct path line, a direct communication line to the people. This scares corporations. This scares, honestly, above it, it scares the government. The government cannot keep secrets in this capacity now. When you have independent journalists, those are the actual most dangerous people out there for governments and secret hiders. It is. This scares them because you can't control it. You can't squish the story. You can't censor it. It's there. This scares them. This scares them a lot. They don't like it. Europe, the EU, same thing. The EU has rules under which content forbidden offline is also forbidden online, Brenton said. Under the Digital Service Act, agreed by the EU's 27 member states and lawmakers last week, Alphabet, Google, a larger online platform will risk hefty fines if they do not control illegal content. Brenton said big platforms of more than 45 million users would have to have more moderators than smaller ones, including moderators in every European language. They would have to open their algorithms to regulators. Under the DSA, big tech companies face fines up to 6% of their global revenue for violating the rules, while repeated breaches could see them banned from doing business in the EU. The new rules ban advertising aimed at children or based on religion, gender, race, and political opinions. Critics over Musk's takeover of Twitter fear it will mean less moderation and the reinstatement of banned individuals, including former President U.S. Donald Trump. That's why they're scared. The world is scared of Donald Trump. These people are afraid.
They don't want to be. They don't want to be shamed.
No,
he'll shame them too.
Oh, he will. And there's a reason Jen Psaki and the rest of these pieces of shit talking about reforming or revising Article 230 for social media. Now they want to. Yeah. Now you want to.
Weird.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Huh.
Elon Musk did what Republicans couldn't. Once again, it serves to prove that private enterprise will destroy government in any capacity. Any sector of the free market, free or independent capitalism will shred government run every single time. You got to love it. Elon single-handedly did, in a matter of 2 weeks, possibly, what Republicans couldn't. And they refused. It wasn't they couldn't, it's they refused to.
Does that seem kind of crazy?
No.
That he just whipped out $46 billion and bought this company.
Yeah.
What are the stipulations that go along with that?
Being he's going back private.
Can they delete code? Can they delete stuff?
Well, it's his company.
Yeah, can he just log on now and see everything that was going on?
Probably. Oh, I guarantee. Yeah, he's going to be able to. Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if he blew the whistle on a lot of this.
That has me curious.
I mean, when you
buy a company, you want to know everything, all the ins and outs, everything.
Absolutely.
Especially $46 billion, $44 billion, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
well,
did they delete anything? I know Project Veritas had that.
They just exposed that leak, and they talk about dude, these people are scared. They've lost their safe space. Liberals don't know where to go. Hey, build your own platform. Learn to code.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck about. John Leguizamo's in the news. If you don't know him, he's Latinx. He's like, I have dated so many Spanish women and Latin women, and they're just like, what the fuck is Latinx? Say that in my household, you'll get slapped. Latinx is it's the new gayest trend or some shit like that for Latinos. I'm just Latinx. No, you're a retard. Stop.
Okay.
Shut up. I'm white X. I'm Anglo-Saxon X.
I'm Talcum X.
Douchebag.
Yeah, but they're losing followers.
Yes, John Leguizamo's in the news on Breitbart. They published it. I went and looked at his Twitter account. He literally said, what the fuck? I lost thousands of followers in the last 24 hours. And I was like, those are called bots. And it's also showing you that you're not as loved as you thought you were. It's but cry harder. Please. Look, dude, I've been dealing with this for 5 years. I don't give a fuck about you or your follower. I hope you lose them all. Suddenly, you leftists don't like it.
Douchebags.
When the shoe is on the other foot, you don't like it. And I love it. It's yeah, you eat some of that shit you've been feeding up. That's right. You eat that. You eat that, you little bitch.
I mean, we all knew that, though, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's
liberals, it doesn't become real to them until it directly impacts them. Ergo, gas prices. Well, that's not Biden's fault. Well, then please, show me whose fault that is. Please show me.
You tell me.
You tell me. You fucking tell me who the fuck is responsible. These fucking retards.
How
these
we go
dipshits.
From $1.89 gas.
$1.89 to $4 something fucking dollars.
This old pervert gets in there, and all of a sudden it's over $3. Boom, we're in a war.
Through the fucking roof. We're in a proxy war with Russia. Taxes are through the fucking roof. I'm getting notices from the IRS that I owe $32,000 to probably fund some fucking Ukrainian douchebag to get him a new AK-47, protecting a regime that was installed by the fucking Biden or the Obama administration with the corrupted CIA. Fuck these nerds. Fuck these pieces of shit. I don't fucking care. And speaking of this language and this fucking accent, Mayor Adams out of fucking New York. This douchebag. You fucking schmuck.
Big bag of douche.
You big bag of douche. Yeah. I got something for you here. You ready? He says this. He tweets this out. By the way, I should first tell you this. New York City Mayor Eric Adams promised to crush crime, but is being thwarted by remnants of his predecessors, experts. Crime is high. Eric Adams has the balls, the fucking cojones, to say this shit. He says, there are only two types of people, there's only two types of Americans, those who live in New York and those who wish they could. We got this hashtag 100 days GSD. You should say hashtag I'm fucking retarded. Have you not? That was more like Boston. You're retarded. The fuck is wrong with you? Have you not been on your subway system? You have homeless people shitting in the subways and fucking in the subways. You've got crime. You've got crime through the roof. You've got people fleeing New York in droves saying, get me out of this cesspool and shithole. You've taxed your people into oblivion. Like, you cannot be serious. You seriously cannot be serious with this. But these people have the audacity to say this. Like, what world are you living in? What world are you living in? Sound like Christopher Walken, bunch of fucking window lickers. How many windows would you say you lick a day? Curious, Eric Adams, with your administration. Please, the same guy who talked about whipping white people's asses and called us a certain food that I can't say on Twitch or I'll get banned. But you know what I'm referring to. They're saltines and they taste amazing. Seriously, I'm curious.
I know.
You elected a black supremacist, is what you're telling me. You know, I'm so tired of these black supremacists. They're fucking everywhere. Dalcom X out there talking about he's carrying loaded hollow points and he does Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
That picture of him with his shirt off.
Bro, I've never seen white man tits sag that much. Those are some big fucking white floppy titties. I almost got a boner because I wanted to fuck them. It's incredible. That is one white black man. I'm impressed. The only way I'd think he was black is if he had a bad credit score. That's the only way. Absolutely not. That's a joke. I don't fucking care if that offends you. I don't give a fuck. These types of people are just nut jobs. You should be a part of the BLM. It's amazing. You're grifting towards black people and you're white. What? Like you're standing up for black people. Like, what? Okay. That makes perfect sense. Retarded. I got nothing, bro.
Brilliant. That was
I got nothing with these people. These people are so fucking unhinged. In a world of crazy, I sit here sometimes and I have to question my own beliefs. Like, am I the crazy one? Is there something that I am not catching on? Is there something in the progressive movement that I am missing that maybe I need to educate myself on or be more open-minded towards? But man, for the life of me, I cannot tell you or I cannot show you any example that I've seen the leftist narrative push that I can openly agree with. Transgenderism, no. The sexualizing and grooming of children, no. These people are unhinged.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
I just don't get, like, what world do these people live in?
Like, where you just can't, like, look at something and be like, that's wrong.
Yeah. Say a man can't get pregnant and they will lose their mind. It's like, I've said this before. Like, can you ever imagine that we lived in a time in this country where we would literally be having some of our most educated people, hey, fuck cancer, fuck space exploration, fuck medical technology progression and exploration and discovery. We are now having to circle back and talk about, can a man have a baby? I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. You know, children should be able to have the right to choose their gender and their sex. Because sometimes a little boy with a penis wants to cut it off and be a little girl, and he should be able to. Because you know why? I saw it on TikTok. The science proves that. Go just do your research. Go do your research. Research it. I researched that. I watch TikTok and YouTube videos from other Gen Zers that know what they're talking about. So it should be true, you bigots.
You know, Libs of TikTok on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. They're blowing up. They just hit 1 million followers.
Their Linktree got suspended on.
I love it.
Like, how do you get suspended by posting?
Linktree, I know.
By posting what other people are just posting themselves.
It's got them scared.
They're just reposting stuff they're posting themselves.
It's like you're just watching the left and just eat itself. Yeah.
People can't see this. This isn't how we really are, is it?
They're literally just hitting retweet on what they're doing on TikTok, and people are pissed. It's like, hey, these are your people. Why are you mad at me? I'm just sharing their bullshit. Oh, I got to make some posts on dating libs. I haven't posted on that in a minute. I've been on Twitter war.
It's crazy.
It's fucking great. I love it. You're just sitting there watching this shit unfold. It's like, why are you mad? These are your people. Be mad at them. They're the fucking weirdos.
Yes, those are our people.
Yeah.
It's not. They're like, ban him.
So they got banned from Linktree.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other places they'll go, though. I mean, good for them.
But still.
I know. I've never heard that. But, here's the other thing. I remember Laura Loomer, whom I'm not a big fan of, but I remember towards the end, she got banned from Uber. She got banned from certain banks. They are that scared. Now,
that seems like...
Here's the thing,
racist?
man.
I don't know.
This is what conservatives need to rally on. Now, look, I understand I'm not for boycotting and shit like that, but it's getting to a point now where these companies, these woke companies, Twitter is the first to fall. I truly feel there's going to be more coming. Maybe not in the near future, but it's coming.
Was that Exxon that got rid of like the gay flag and the BLM stuff?
I don't know.
I thought it was. I just saw something. I know it was one of those oil and gas companies that
I'm telling you right now,
wipe the slate clean and like, all right, let's just have the American flag and let's just
look. I don't care who you are.
Get involved in those issues.
I don't care what your policy is or what you support. You can be in favor of LGB. You can be in favor of BLM. I don't care. I am telling you this right now. I am telling you liberals this right now. If you think these corporations give one shit about your social cause, you are mistaken. The corporations are only supporting you right now because you appear to be the majority in the news. That's it. It's changing.
Yeah, it was.
It is changing. It was Exxon, yeah. Once it changes, your social justice, reformation, all this stuff is gone. It is gone. Watch. The dynamic is going to shift. You watch. The rainbow flag during gay month is going to start going away. Companies are going to say, none of our business. You do what you want. We just want to make products and sell them, which is what you should have been doing since the get-go. You should never have gotten involved in this.
I'm waiting for a movement from the Old Testament to come back to reclaim the rainbow for Noah and the ark and the promise of God.
Well,
you think that'll happen?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, that's what the rainbow.
I mean, it'd be cool.
The rainbow was a promise from God.
Exactly, a promise from God that He'd never flood the world again.
Right,
yeah. But He didn't say He wouldn't flood it with retards. Hence, the Democratic Party was born. You got me, God. You got me on that one. I see what you did.
He's got a sense of humor.
He did. He does. I mean, I do believe in God. I do believe He's got a sense of humor. But I mean, come on, this is just sad at this point. Like, what the hell? But it also says in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah. It's yeah. I get it.
I feel like we're worse than Sodom and Gomorrah at this point, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Face the wall.
Face the wall.
Face the wall.
Reclaim that rainbow.
Yeah. That's where we're at. Eric Adams. Two kinds of people that want to, two kinds of Americans. Those that live in New York and those, like, just go on my Instagram. I even retweeted it. Go on there and read the comments of real life New Yorkers like, yeah, fuck this guy. I want out of this shithole. Even my cousin, Alex, lives up in New York. He's like, fuck this place. He's like, fuck this place. This place sucks ass.
I don't know how you could live in New York or California, like just financially.
I know. Oh, I know.
I know how you do
the
it.
Money they are paying out there. Like, for those that don't know, I've been. Now, here's the thing. I think California is a beautiful state.
Gorgeous.
It's like Afghanistan.
Same with
Love
New York.
the country, fucking hate the people.
Same
Get rid of
with
the
New
people
York.
and I'd live there.
I mean,
I'd live in Afghanistan. It's a beautiful country. People think Afghanistan's like Iraq. Afghanistan, where I was at in the Hindu Kush or the fucking Korangal area, it is gorgeous. The most beautiful country I have ever seen. It's just the indigenous people are kind of shitheads. Trying to kill you and stuff. Same in California as it is in Afghanistan. They're just, But Dude, an apartment in certain areas of California, a 2-bedroom is going to run you anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. You know what I pay for my 4-bedroom house here in Texas? $1,400 a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A 4-bedroom, 2,100 square foot, $1,400 a month. Are you kidding me? A 2-bedroom apartment, downtown Dallas, $2,500 a month.
Hard pass.
Sorry, Eric Adams. No. There's 2 types of Americans. The people that got out of your shithole city and the people that are still waiting to get out of your shithole city. Your crime is up.
There's just some people who can't afford to
They can't afford to leave. I know, and it sucks. It sucks. It's just nuts. Now, don't get me wrong. Here's the thing, though. I love New York culture. Don't get me wrong. I actually love the people of New York.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. New York's got this weird reputation of being full of like, hey, I'm fucking walking here. Every time I go to New York, people are just nice. Like, I remember the one time I was wrong for doing it. It was a stupid tourist move, but I'm sitting there on the street, Times Square, with a map open. Nothing screams tourist like that, or even being in Times Square. But I had like 3 people say, hey, man, you lost, you need some help? I'm like, I was kind of like, yeah? Why are you helping me? Are you trying to assault, rape, or mug me? Nice people. But don't get me wrong, you do have your shitheads. But, dude, the one thing that I love about what New York, and I used to spend my summers in New York. When I was a kid, I would be up with my grandparents in Toms River, New Jersey, and had family in New York, Staten Island primarily. So I would go to Broadway plays. I would go to Times Square. I would do all that stuff in downtown Manhattan. Like, I loved it. But New York, to me, was Broadway, Dirty Water Dogs, which tastes amazing. It's the hot dogs. They make them the dirty water. They just call it
I never heard it called that before.
Dirty Water Dogs on the ferry. I think it's a Staten Island ferry. Fucking amazing. They're the best tasting hot dogs I've ever had. Probably full with like E. coli and shit, but whatever. It was good. Builds the immune system.
You know.
And then thirdly,
after a night of drinking,
is the pizza. Fuck Chicago. Sorry. New York pizza is the best. You can't top it. You can't. New York pizza, I will fight for this. New York pizza is the best pizza. Because over there, it's called pie. Go get a slice of pie. And a slice is about as big as your head. In Texas, it's just like tiny.
Yeah.
Way too much tomato sauce, not enough cheese. New York, those fucking Italians, God bless them, they got it right. Wait. Pizza wasn't invented, but was pizza invented in Italy?
I think it was France.
Was it France? I forget.
So, yeah.
Either way, you go into any one of those little freaking hole-in-the-wall
Italians,
joints. By the fucking Italians.
They
Who the fuck invented pizza? Let's Google this shit. Who invented pizza? Chat, who invented pizza?
I like that Chicago deep dish.
Dude, I'm sorry. It's not a Chicago. That's fucking tomato soup in a bread bowl. That's what that is.
Where you go, like Gino's in Chicago or something like that. It's been such a long time since I went, but
people are saying Naples, Italy is where pizza was invented. Is that true?
I thought it was France, and then Chicago pizza sucks. What? Doesn't suck. Surprisingly, there was a lot of good pizza places in Ohio where I grew up. Thin crust. But yeah, I agree. New York, for the most part, New Yorkers are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It's just the government is complete shit. And the liberals.
The leaders. Just like any place else. It's not the people, for the most part. It's the people who are in charge of making decisions for everybody who suck.
Report illegal aliens in U.S. is up 1 million under Biden. Total now 15.5 million, costing taxpayers $143.1 billion a year. The Federation of American Immigration Reform, FAIR, released an analysis using U.S. Census Bureau data that shows the illegal alien population has ballooned since Joe Biden took office by 1 million, bringing the national overall total to 15.5 million, a taxpayer cost of $143.1 billion a year. Just over the course of Biden's first year as president, the cost of taxpayers for the new 1 million illegals is $9.4 billion.
Huh.
We are hemorrhaging money. And these liberals screaming for open borders, you're fine paying with it? Like, no. We are leaking money everywhere. But the government doesn't care because the rich elites, they're fine. If things go tits up, they just fly off to their vacation house in Malibu. They're good. What do they care? That's just nuts to me. getting serious. Article just came out. Russia shuts off gas to EU states, Poland, Bulgaria as energy prices soar. The Russian government has halted all gas exports to Poland and Bulgaria after they say a deadline passed for the nations to pay for gas in Russian rubles rather than Western currency. It's getting bad. Now you're starving them economically or resource-wise. It's getting bad. And guess what, EU? You put yourself in this position. You put yourself in this position. This is what you get. Fuck the EU. Sorry, you're not our problem. Don't give a shit. Maybe don't do dealings with Russia next time. Just a hunch, and that's why we shouldn't be fucking with Iran or Saudi. Do not put yourself in a position where you need something from potential terroristic hotheads. You did. This is what you get. Sources with the Polish government and the Polish oil and gas industry claim that Russia has halted all gas supply to the country Tuesday night, with the stoppage of transmission confirmed Wednesday's morning amid a war of words between Moscow and European capitals. What does this mean? Resources are getting shut off. Prices are about to skyrocket. They already are. Supply and demand. You have the demand. You've got no supply. Now they're going to be screaming to find somebody else to replace. They have to. They got no other option. Or they start paying in rubles. Russia's got them by the short hairs. Russia has got them by the short hairs. And all the stuff the EU and the rest of them have tried throwing at Russia, Russia's going to start biting back. And when they turn off that spigot, you're done. What are you going to do? Or here's what America could do. We start drilling and we start exporting and we start making some serious fucking money. Hey, how about that? What? No, stop. What? No way. America could effectively do this. And then you say something about like there was some federal access denied to drilling in parts of Alaska now.
Yeah.
What was that story?
It was basically that amid rising gas prices, they shut down any drilling in Alaska. So we've shut down all drilling here in the United States. Jeez. Fortunately, that's the leaders. That's who's in charge. They said, no, we got to worry about the climate. We got to worry about buy yourself.
Forget buying bread.
Go get a Tesla.
Fuck. Learn to code. Buy a Tesla.
Buy a Tesla.
Buy a Tesla. Buy a $50,000. I've got a Tesla. It's an expensive car.
Yeah.
It's an expensive car. I cannot sit there and say the average American should go buy a Tesla. Because here's the other thing. You know how much it costs me to install the actual charger in my house? Because if you don't, you want to charge it with a wall plug at a 110, it's going to take you over 24 hours to charge that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You ain't got that kind of time. With the charging station, I think it runs on a 220. It charges it in like 3 hours. So when I come home from work, I'll plug it in every 2 or 3 days and get a full charge on it. It's up my electrical bill by about $40. But you know how much that thing costs? $500. And then depending upon your electrician, it can run you anywhere from like $500 to $1,000 to install. People forget that the common average American lives paycheck to paycheck. They cannot afford something like that. Nor should they have to. This is insanity. This is insanity.
And these electric vehicles, they're not necessarily easier on the environment, right?
No, not from the harvesting of resources for the batteries. Even Elon said this is not sustainable.
Right.
Elon himself has said this is not sustainable because of the composites of what the battery is actually made of. I forget what kind of ore it is, whatever the case. It's saying like to get it, it costs more to get it. It's very expensive. Elon's like, this is not sustainable.
I'm a gas man.
Same.
I like having a gas vehicle.
Oh, it's nice having the gas. Absolutely.
Fill
Love
it up.
the smell of it. Love tasting it. Wait, what? No. It's true.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Oh my God. So the EU is warning EU is warning Twitter. If you don't abide by our rules, we're kicking you out. I was like, okay, fuck you. We're out. You don't have to have Twitter. That's fine. We'll still circulate the stories on Twitter. It'll still make its way over there. Or Europeans can get VPNs and get on Twitter. You can ban them all they want, EU. That's fine. There will be life finds a way. I can't do a good Jeff Goldblum impersonation, but life finds a way.
You have to work on that one.
Yeah, I do. That's like, yeah, he's got a very original sound.
Yeah.
And style.
How about Harry Carey?
Hey, life was like a hot dog. I'd eat it. Fuck. I wish my car ran on it. I'd stuff hot dogs in my car all day. Fuck these gas prices. I'm going to take a tank full of ballpark frankfurters. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a little more on par with what we're dealing with right now.
Pretty much. We got, yeah. Hey, my name's President Joe Biden. Who's got a kid I can sniff? I like ice cream. Where's Kamala? I need a blowjob. My wife's the president. Trump wins. Trump wins.
It's exactly probably what it sounds like in his head.
What is with him and whispering? I got you 9.1. Like, he does that so much. Like, Biden, stop being weird, dude. Stop it.
Creeping me.
He does that. He does that.
You're creeping me out.
I got you 9.1. I got that. Dude, I don't think assaulting old people is good, but I want to punch you in the mouth when you do that. You are so like patronizing with that. Like, dude,
it's just creepy.
I want to rip your dentures out and chop your own dick off with them. I do not like this man.
Super creepy.
Breaking news. This is not anything that to be like surprised at. Social shakeup. Left-wing Twitter accounts lose followers. Conservatives gain after Musk buyout. Now, what the left is going to accuse Musk of doing is basically facilitating this transition to go after leftists. No, he even said he's going after spam and bot accounts. He said, we're going to combat this. And he's also opened the floodgates for conservatives to be back on there. Conservatives are busting into Twitter now. So naturally, there's going to be an emergence and an increase in follower amounts. Leftists are losing on Twitter. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Follow me, Sergeant Savage, over on Twitter. They brought back Tucker Carlson. I was looking for Alex Jones. Haven't seen him on there yet. I'm telling you. I think Trump needs to get back on there. He should.
At least
he's stupid not to. At least have a presence.
Yeah.
And then push people to Truth Social if you want.
Yeah. If you're going to be on Truth Social, that's going to be your main thing because that's his platform.
Yeah. But at the same token, like, dude, Twitter made you. Go back to Twitter. Reestablish your presence. Push people to Truth Social. You'd be stupid not to. Sorry. It's just the way it is. Left-wing Twitter accounts have been losing followers while conservative accounts gained followers in the wake of Tesla CEO Elon Musk's successful bid to buy the social media company. Leftists who deem language they disagree with as hate speech and disinformation appear to be leaving Twitter in droves in the wake of Elon Musk's as evidence of progressive accounts losing large numbers of followers. Yeah, those are bots. Those are bots. Those are also created. Like, here's the other thing. If you go on like Elon Musk's tweets, you will see there are hundreds of accounts literally posting the exact same thing. These are bot accounts. They're fake. They're not real. They literally echo the exact same thing. There are bot farms. This has been proven. So Elon's like, we're attacking it. We're done. So naturally, these leftist accounts that think they have all these followers, you really don't. Now, I'm not saying you don't have a lot of followers, but you don't have as many as you think you do. Mm-hmm. Twitter protected you. Now that the protections are gone, it's kind of like the left on Twitter has been like this little guy that's been like flexing on the bully. It's like, what are you going to do? My dad will kick your ass. What are you going to do? You can do shit, man. My dad will fucking whoop your ass. And the dad's like, oh, no, I'm not. And then now everybody's like, oh, game on, bitch. Okay.
All right.
That's why people on Twitter are so scared right now. A woman. Now, I'm waiting for it. Like, again, how women aren't safe. Like, a woman can't even tweet out on Twitter without being raped by men on Twitter. Like, what? What? Yeah, dude. Because they said Twitter is no longer a safe place for women. What are you talking about for women? I thought we had equality. Why is it different for women than it is for men?
I know.
If we're the same, then why is it not safe for women? It's become And here's the thing I love about this. This is what I love about this part. How do I know that Twitter is not full of racists and shit like that to the extent they want it to be? Because, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look back over the last, let's say, 3 or 4 years with the emergence of new platforms. What was the first thing the leftist MSM published? Getter, Oh, it's an echo chamber. Parler, echo chamber of racists. Any platform that was created to combat a leftist-made platform is instantaneously deemed as racist. That's their playbook. That's what they do. That's all they're good at. That's all they can have. Leftists are so upset that America is not as racist as they want it to be because without it, they've got nothing to fight for. They've got nothing to fight for. Well, we need a cause to fight for, so what can we... Well, let's just say there's racism to that extent. Let's just say that. We'll just do that. And that women aren't paid the same and all kinds of shit. I mean, look, I'm telling you, if we paid women less, then we'd have nothing but women employees here at Shell Shock. It's true.
Yeah.
If women made less, we wouldn't be paying them nearly as much as, we'd be hiring nothing but women. Kind of makes sense to me. And now, here's the real reason. Here's the real reason. This is the last story I want to cover today. This is the real reason that governments around the world are scared of what Twitter is going to turn into, or the potential of what Twitter could turn into. Elon Musk condemns Twitter's censorship of New York Post's Hunter laptop story. He says, obviously incredibly inappropriate. Social media went wild after new Twitter owner Elon Musk tweeted Tuesday that censorship of the New York Post's Hunter Biden story was obviously incredibly inappropriate. Conservatives on the platform rushed to highlight Musk's tweet, claiming Twitter's actions weren't just inappropriate, but blatant election interference. On Tuesday, Breaking Point co-host Sagar Enchi tweeted about a report on Twitter's legal policy. And Trust led via Gad crying at a meeting about Musk purchasing the social media company for $44 billion. Enchi tweeted, Vijay Gade, the top censorship advocate at Twitter, who famously gaslit the world on Joe Rogan's podcast and censored the Hunter Biden laptop story, is very upset about the Elon Musk takeover. Musk replied, saying, suspending the Twitter account of a major news organization for publishing a truthful story was obviously incredibly appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen, this scares the shit out of the Biden administration. This is why Twitter is so important right now. Twitter, again, why do you think Trump had Twitter? A direct line of communication to the user. Nobody could censor it. It was his words verbatim. MSM does not want Twitter to become what Elon is pushing it to. It basically means that governments and the leftist-driven MSM and they're in bed together no longer can control the media. A story can go viral on Twitter in a heartbeat. The laptop story, even Elon Musk confirming it being true, scares the shit out of the Biden administration. And I'm telling you, watch this. Watch this happen. The Biden administration is going to go after Twitter. I'm telling you, the Biden administration is going to go after Twitter. They're going to try and figure out some way to control it.
Well, if they get rid of Section 230, which basically says that these platforms are a platform and not a publisher, then they could go after them and say, hey, well, they're a publisher, so they're responsible for all these things that people are saying misinformation. So we'll see.
Be interesting to watch. But right now, Elon's got him scared. And justified. I'm glad. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
These people should be scared. Trying to suppress the truth and censor it and control the narrative, control the media. No, it's not going to fly anymore. Twitter is providing that. The ability to have direct access and information to independent journalism to give us actual fact-based stories, if you will. Because, again, you post certain things on Facebook, YouTube, they pull it. They pull it. They won't let you have it. It's crazy, right?
Too crazy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this episode of the All American Savage Show podcast. Again, we appreciate your love and support. Hey, you want to help us out? Go tweet out the episode of the podcast, retweet it, leave us a review on iTunes, helps us out. We really appreciate your love and support. And go check us out at shellshockcbd.com. Again, if you have issues sleeping with anxiety or stress, we have THC and THC-free based products for you, the consumer, to try. We also have sample packs. If you're afraid to purchase a full product for, say, $45 or $50, we've got sample packs for like $5 for you to try. You've got nothing to lose. If you can't sleep good, try our Rack Out gummies. They are THC THC-free, and you will not fail a drug test. We got some awesome deals coming for you very soon, ladies and gentlemen, and we would not be here without your support of Shell Shock CBD. To my lost savages on Twitch, I want to say thank you. I love you sons of bitches. Thanks for all the subs, the bits, the donations that go straight to Shell Shock CBD and not myself. Guys, we would not be here without you. I cannot stress that enough. God bless you. Thank you for listening to us. Got anything to say, my man?
Love you guys. Thanks for listening.
As always, you stay savage, America.